Ooh, I'm just going through my New Year's resolutions. How am I getting on? Get my favourite international singing star. Check. Get a beautiful British actress. Check. Get the finest comedian in the land. Check. Get a really attractive and sexy audience to watch them. Well, you can't win them all. Let's start the show! Did you all have a good New Year's? Did you? Great. Yeah, I did as well. Thanks for asking. Actually, I spent the holidays at home with my long-term partner. A few close friends also happened to drop by. That was nice. Hey, over Christmas, did you all watch the Queen's speech? Did you watch it? Did you? In 3D, ladies and gentlemen. It was incredible. Honestly, it was like having an old woman in the front room with you, wasn't it? It was incredible. Of course, to appreciate the Queen's speech in 3D, you had to wear special technical equipment, didn't you? Yeah. When it's over. Who've we got on the show tonight? Well, we've only got international singing star Josh Groban, ladies and gentlemen. The gorgeous and talented Billy Piper is on the show. My favourite channel comedian Frank Skinner is here. And we've got some great music from the fantastic Example, ladies and gentlemen. I know. So cool. So cool. Yeah, Example. Yeah, I'm down with it. Now, really excited to have Josh Groban on the show tonight. He first came to prominence when his songs appeared in the TV show Ally McBeal. Yeah. Now, it was a comedy drama about a law firm, which is ironic, as Josh himself is a fully qualified barrister. Sorry, that's barista. Barrister. Josh is so well respected in the music industry, even the legends flock to see him when he's in town. They do. Oh, isn't Bono looking old? Josh is a fantastic singer. You have to see him live. Truly an incredible experience. It really is. And you do wonder just how he reaches those high notes. Whoa! Hey, let's get some guests on! Later, we'll be having music from Example! But first, let's be frank, my favorite comedian is Frank Skinner! Hello, sir!
Happy New Year!
Thank you so much. Now, stand by, Piper Ward is Billy Piper!
Hello, darling.
Oh, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And I'm not joking, he's my favorite singer, it's Josh Groban! Hello, sir. Good to see you. Oh, please sit down. You're all very welcome. You all had nice holidays, I'm sure.
Oh, fabulous.
Yes. The best Christmas ever.
We had turkey again.
Did you? Because Billy Piper, your life sounds idyllic because you live in a little village, don't you?
Yeah, we live in the countryside.
Oh, so was it nice, all nice and Christmas and everything? It was
lovely.
Yes.
Really perfect.
Because have they forgiven you? Because when you moved there, didn't they think you were a prostitute?
A genuine
Happy New Year.
Yes, I think they, it happens quite often. It happened recently, actually. I was in America, and in America, you know, I don't know if this is true of you, but they tend to introduce, well, you tend to introduce people with a little bio. Have you ever noticed that? They kind of, she does this, she does this, she does this.
He said I put electrodes on my nipples.
I actually meant your testicles, but... You've let a lot of light into your life right there.
He's projecting.
And I'm introduced as the prostitute. Yeah.
Why would we have said that about you? I don't understand.
don't know. The girl from the show, the prostitute from that show. And that's kind of how it is in the countryside where we live.
Billy did play the part of a prostitute.
Of a prostitute? Well, that makes sense. Yes, all right.
People don't just say, the prostitute.
Yeah, Billy used to be a prostitute. No,
Something every day.
she played the role. But no, so Billy's been taken for a prostitute, but something even more humiliating has happened to you, Frank, in terms of being mistaken for people.
Yes, people often think that I'm you. I really don't. I don't see it.
I don't see it.
I mean, you've got grey hair and stuff.
Yeah, your hair is kind of receding a bit, so I don't see it. Yeah, why would they think you were this?
I get it a lot.
Actually, let's put this together.
Oh, I can see it.
I'm trying to look as much like you as I can.
Do you know, that's good!
Yeah. It's true. I had two women approach me at this gig, and one of them said, "You're Graham Norton, aren't you?" And I said, "No, I'm not." And she said, "Carl, you are." And the other one said, "Yes, come on, you are," in a very forceful way. And I thought, I'm not, am I? Could that be him and I've had a breakdown? I was just wandering around thinking Yeah, but must have happened to me 6 or 7 times.
Really?
And when my baby was born, my mother-in-law said, "Oh, you know who he looks like? Graham Norton." And I thought, that couldn't happen, could it?
That's very unlikely.
No. I consider your one foray into heterosexuality and you choose my girlfriend.
Bingo, a baby. Yeah.
It was men.
Yeah, hole in one.
No.
Something.
Makes sense.
Goal. I don't know what you say. Now, whenever about us being mistaken for people, so Josh Groban, famous all over the world, but it happens to you. You get mistaken for someone.
I do. Well, it honestly, like, depending on my angle, I can look like someone famous or I can look like a hobbit, depending on, like, how they like me. And they don't exist, so they wouldn't recognize me for that. I was at a concert once in we had this kind of music festival called Coachella, and I was backstage, and these 2 big kind of Rastafarian Jamaican dudes kind of came up to me, and they're like, "Hey, man, hey, can we get a picture with you, man?" I'm like, "Yeah, cool." I was thinking, expanding my audience. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
So I took the picture, and I'm like, did we get it okay? Is that okay? Did we blink? I was really excited about this photograph. And they walk away, and they're like, "Man, yeah, James Blunt, man. It's James Blunt." We got it. I'm thinking, so close. So close.
But actually, I was looking at a picture. You do look a bit like him.
Yeah, you
I can
do.
see
have a little...
It's the hair, though. You have a stronger brow.
Stronger...
I love that women in the audience going, "No."
You're beautiful. Yeah.
Now, Billy Piper, you're a mommy.
The 2 boys.
2 boys.
One of 4 and one of 7 months.
And now you love being a mom, but pregnancy I think you found quite stressful.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe everyone does.
Well, it is stressful. It's quite wearing, and I think you're one of those women who love it and embrace it, or you find it quite frustrating and uncomfortable. And I was that girl.
It's such a long time.
It's a really long time.
Yeah.
And everybody, "Oh, it's gone so fast," and it's like, no, it's really, really pushing me to the end. So, yeah, I found it quite stressful. Not as stressful as Lawrence, who was on the receiving end of all of that.
Oh. Was baby daddy on the couch?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Because how old is your son now?
He is, just doing the maths. What's the date again?
It's the 5th of January.
Oh, he's just coming up to 8 months.
Oh, okay. But you had that classic, your girlfriend going into labour drama.
Yeah, 3:30 in the morning, she woke me up and said, "This could be wind, or it could be labour." And I said, OK, well, what do you want me to do in either case? Because the responses are quite different. And she said, well, let's just see what happens. And then I won't go into too much detail, but it became apparent that it was labour. And by then it was 4 a.m. So I had that drive across town thing that happens in all the films.
Exciting.
Yeah. It was like I had an extremely menacing sat-nav in the car. Because she was going, oh, good left, good left! And I was driving like that. And I got to the hospital. I did something I have never done before in my entire life. I threw my car keys to someone and said, can you park my car? I've never done that. And we got in the lift.
Really is.
So I'm in the lift with the porter, the hospital porter, and my girlfriend. My girlfriend is on the floor like this, going, ah, ah. And the porter says to me, so what do you think about the New England manager? To be fair, I suppose he sees that sort of thing a lot, but I was in a state of some distress.
Well, when she says it's either wind or I'm going through labour, that would be like the only time when you'd be laying there and she goes, you go, oh, thank God. Dodged a bullet there.
And I suppose you are a bit older than most new dads.
Yeah.
So is that difficult in any way? I suppose
I was getting up 3 or 4 times in the night anyway.
Josh, you're not a dad.
I'm not a baby daddy, no.
But when your mother went into labour with your brother, you found that quite traumatic, didn't you?
He was born on my birthday, so...
Isn't that how annoying is that?
So annoying. It was the worst. I woke up expecting like a cowboy clown party or something, and my dad says we're going to the hospital, and we've had a grudge ever since. Like
How old were you?
I was 4 years old, which is an awful age to not be the center of attention on your birthday.
But I like your parents are obviously like have a routine.
Yeah. Oh, you prefer not to think about it.
Put your watch right by his parents.
I was at a bar with my brother, and we were chatting up a couple of ladies, and you know, it's actually, now that we're older now, it's actually kind of a cool like icebreaker. Yeah, you know, we have the same birthday, you know, but we're not twins or anything, you know. And they said, oh well, you ever count back 9 months to figure out like when they would have to do it? I said, that's disgusting. My brother said, that's our mom's birthday.
Brilliant.
What a cheap gift. Unwrap this.
Oh, it's better than a card.
It's personal. It's personal.
I've been for 47 years, so I guess like, you know, it's something's working. But yeah, good for them.
A little creepy.
Yeah. If you're just tuning in.
Yeah. Now, 2013, big year for you, Josh. New album coming out, All That Echoes. I believe I have a...
Yes.
I do. Yes, there you are.
Looking
James
looking
Bond.
rather blunty.
All That Echoes. Now, will you be touring this?
I will be touring. Yeah, it's my favorite part is the tour part. Yeah.
And when you're touring around the world,
yes,
you sing in lots of different languages. And do you just learn it? Or you know what I mean?
I'm like the Matrix. I just plug in.
Yeah.
I know Kung Fu.
But do you understand what you're singing?
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I mean, I took Japanese, though, when I was younger. So so far haven't... I mean, I did record a song in Japanese once, but I really only remember a very small amount of phrases in Japanese from that early time in my life. But they're funny. You could go, Hajimemashite, dozo yoroshiku, oishii desu ka? I just said, nice to meet you. Please be kind to me. Was it delicious?
Well. That would get me through a holiday.
In the country, that actually might be quite useful. Yeah.
You do sing in Japanese, don't you?
I did, yeah, sometimes. I mean, you know, if I'm in Japan, you know, then
yes, obviously not in Japan. Goes down a cold sick.
Wouldn't make a whole lot of sense.
And the other weird thing I was reading, when you're singing like big Italian arias and stuff, you don't have much control over what comes out as I thought.
Your diaphragm's doing all sorts of crazy things to get to the note. I mean, it really is. It's very strange when you're out on stage and you feel, you know, indigestion or like I shouldn't have eaten that Subway sandwich before I went on stage or that 38-ounce Mountain Dew. I've burped on stage before, like in the middle of a note. I have had. It was. Yeah, it's always the big Italian numbers. It really is. I do songs in English too, but it's always the really kind of romantic, grand songs that you just feel it coming. It's going up, and you're thinking, God, if you get me through it, I promise you, I'll never. No, there it is. Thank you. Thanks for that.
And can you disguise it in any way, or you just gonna make a...
If I could disguise it, they probably wouldn't be paying me very much to sing it. So if they couldn't tell the difference between my burp and one of my notes, then I probably wouldn't have been there to begin with. Yeah.
So this is out on the 25th of February.
Yes.
And there's a new single, Brave.
Yes.
On the 25th of February also.
Yes. 2 days before my birthday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Happy birthday for then.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll remember to text you.
Yeah.
Now, we associate with covers, but this album is all new stuff.
A lot of it is original material.
And you've written a lot of the stuff.
I did, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I did a lot of writing. Unexpectedly, but I did.
What do you mean unexpectedly?
Well, because, you know, it's one of those things where I just, first and foremost, I like to sing songs. I like to interpret songs. And I think to myself, okay, well, if I write songs, great, but really I just want the best songs possible on the record. But 2 in the morning, I always kind of go to the piano, and the piano is kind of like a journal for me. I kind of sit down and come up with melodies and sing gibberish, and eventually they turn into songs.
Well, now, you're not the only musician on the couch this evening.
Really?
Because both your fellow guests have topped the charts.
Chart toppers here.
Yeah,
today.
two of them.
Yeah.
Now, and you know, if they top the charts, those songs were good.
Yeah. So that makes 2 of us in this country. Yeah.
So, if you were going to cover one of the tracks, which one would you choose? Would you choose a bit of Frank? Here's Frank with 3 lines. I love it. You see? It's so good.
Yes.
That's quite a lot of it. Yeah, we get it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, a lot of it. Or would you choose a bit of Billy? That's enough. That's enough. Yeah. I mean, I don't mean that's enough.
One of the better ones.
Yeah.
Can I say I've had sex to both of those tracks?
Would you groban up a bit of it?
I think out of the 2, though, the most baby-making potential is Honey to the Bee. I have to say.
I've got some lyrics. Do you want some lyrics? I've got some lyrics.
That's how you know a hit is. You've got the hook immediately when you hear it.
Oh, close your eyes, Billy. Close your eyes. This is Josh Groban interpreting Honey to the Bee.
Honey to the bee, that's you. I don't even classical. Honey to the bee, that's you for me.
Josh Groban, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. And actually, do you know, there is more of a musical connection. Do you know the musical connection between the 2 of you yourselves?
I've heard about this today. Well,
No.
Do you not know the
we
connection?
have beef. Bad blood.
Yeah. You shouldn't like Billy.
Oh, did you knock us off number 1?
Yes.
You did?
I did. I'd forgotten that. Have you forgotten that?
We knocked...
Because we want to. It was because we want to. It was your first single.
Yeah, it's my first
And you
single.
just went, yeah, get out of it. But it helped that England got kicked out.
Yeah, that
It
was
might have been a
probably-
different
that's it.
story.
Yeah, when we knocked Gina G off the first time.
Ooh, just a little
It was a
bit.
great year.
It was
And the Fugees we knocked off. That's a pretty good...
Oh, God, that is good.
That is good.
Yeah.
So how many weeks were you there?
Well,
4, wasn't it?
we brought the same song out twice,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
We just changed it. And we went number 1 again. At that time, well, the first single went to number 1, and then it dropped, and then it went back to number 1. And apparently we were only the 3rd acts that have ever done that. The other ones was the Beatles and Mr. Blobby.
And Billy, is it true you're
Those
not
were our
proud?
golden days.
I know.
Marvellous.
But is it true you're not proud of your musical legacy?
Oh no, I'm not proud. I just don't like to think about it.
Have your kids heard your records?
Not yet.
Because
no.
I imagine kids would love Because I Want To.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. There'll be plenty of time for that.
You can sing it at all their birthday parties.
And I will.
It's mummy time! Not again.
Lonely days in the country. Sing your heart out.
Me and David Baddiel were at a party once, and they played Three Lions so loudly that the neighbours came round, and the neighbours came round to complain, and me and Dave went to the door. And they were really confused. Oh, it's live.
But now, Billy Piper, you know, established, respected actor now, but oddly, it was kind of acting that got you into pop music, because you used to do ads.
Yeah, I used to do loads of commercials as a kid.
And then what happened? A producer saw you in an ad?
We were, like, relaunching the Smash Hits magazine, and I became, like, the poster girl for that. And we did a few commercials, and then I was on the front of Music Week magazine. And this guy, not any guy, Hugh Goldsmith, who's still a friend of mine, came to find me at school, which sounds dodgy.
It was a different time.
And asked me if I'd consider doing a demo tape.
Let it all out, Billy, let it all out. You're in a safe place.
And that was that.
So we've got...
Weren't you 15 or something?
I was 14 then.
Wow.
But this is the ad that he saw, and I thought, I can make that girl a star.
Smash Hits, 100% pure pop.
It's like time has stood still. Here you are, and the Spice Girls are still going. It's amazing.
I know.
Was basketball tuba a thing then? Like, what's...
In England, that was massive.
Was that a big thing?
It is an incredible journey. So, like, that's the beginning. And now, at the National Theatre, getting reviews... But, like, not just at the National... Getting reviews that it's like you wrote them yourself. The play is called The Effect.
Yes.
So, tell us something about it.
OK, well, The Effect, I mean, there's obviously loads going on, as there always is in plays, but, I mean, the shape of it is two people, a guy and a girl, sign up to do this drug trial. They're trialling the latest antidepressant drug. And throughout the course of the trial, they kind of fall desperately in love with each other, but they can't define whether it's, you know, the effects of the drug or genuine love. I mean, that's it in its shape. It's quite heavy.
And obviously, you're at the National, so you're on a break at the moment.
Yeah, because it's in reps, and we share the stage with maybe 2 other productions, which means you get these enormous kind of, you know, periods of time off.
Is it going to be weird going back?
Yeah. It's one of the things you wake up in the middle of the night and, you know, desperately scrabble around for your script, feeling like it's kind of lost itself somewhere in all the heady Christmas festivities, you know?
I think it shuts down.
Now, that's an actress. Do you see that? That was beautifully done. Beautifully done.
That's a lyric.
Oh, the festivities.
Winter Wonderland.
But it's on at the Coliseo at the National until the 23rd of February. And now, later this year, I hear a rumour that Rose might be making a return because it's Doctor Who's 50th anniversary.
Yeah. No.
I heard that rumour. It is not true. Did you hear that rumour?
I did.
Were you asked? Were you asked?
No. No, I wasn't asked, no. I think Matt Smith may have said in, you know, passing or in jest, you know, it would be nice. I think maybe he said that, and then that kind of became something quite different. But no.
If there's a sour look at the end of the couch, it's because Frank will not be taking part in the Doctor Who 50th celebrations.
No, I won't.
Why?
Because, slightly pathetically, I love Doctor Who.
You do?
In fact, when I met Billy backstage, we hugged and I felt myself just saying, Rose. So I can only apologise.
I heard that.
Oh, you heard it? I didn't really say it.
Very loud.
Oh, sorry. That's excitement.
Rose.
Yeah. Oh, it was brilliant. And yeah, so I said to my manager, do you think you could get me a part in Doctor Who? And I said, I don't mean like a big part. I'll be a monster. I'll be a lunar rock. But I really would love to be able to say to my grandchildren I was in Doctor Who, and he said, oh, I'm sure it won't be a problem. So he got in touch, and he got an email back that said, from one of the senior people saying, oh, I'm really happy to hear that that's a thing that Frank would like to do. And somehow the end of the email seems to have been cut off. So, no, they don't.
Sad.
Oh.
Yeah, I would have done anything.
Well...
Maybe a producer will come to your school and
Yeah.
say, hey...
That could happen.
Oh. And now, talking of stage, you met your lovely husband on stage.
I did.
Lawrence.
Yeah,
Now, were you playing lovers?
Yeah, I dumped him every night on the show, which is really quite sad. Yeah. But we made it through.
Oh, and I think
Yeah.
we've got a lovely picture of you and your husband. Where is it now? Where's the nice picture? There we go.
Good night. That's
like
how
he's
it started.
So that's the poster for his play, and
It's a perfect stance. Look how smug he looks.
Yeah, he does look like he's like,
Literally-
yeah,
It
go
made
on.
such sense.
Let's stop looking at it. It's becoming quite creepy and wrong. We should stop.
If you ever dump him, will you start by saying, do you remember that time in that play when I dumped you? Guess what? You could use the same lines. Oh,
I
that'd be
know.
cruel.
Oh, dig it out.
Yeah, just pass him the
Remember
script.
this?
I dumped someone by text at once, and I did it as if it was the end of a game show.
Oh, my God.
So I sort of said, I won't say the name, but I sort of said, so, what about a big hand for our contestant? And she goes away with, and I listed all the gifts I bought her. Applause?
It's sort of impressive.
That sounded like very male applause. They're going.
Well done, Frank. Now, Room 101 is back on our televisions. This is your second series as host.
Yes.
And it started earlier tonight.
Yes.
Very good. And now, recently, I heard you talking about something. Is it box sets? Would you put them into Room 101?
Well, I have a problem with people... what happened? I was having a conversation with a couple of friends, and they were saying, have you seen Homeland? The new... Oh, God, this week's episode of Homeland is absolutely knockout. And that's this... I didn't... And I said, I've really got into Merlin just lately. And that was the response I got. And I thought, well, why is that not cool? And Homeland is so super cool because it's an American... No disrespect, but it's because it's American. So I do get annoyed. You say something and people say, oh, it's like that episode of Seinfeld, isn't it, when blah, blah... And
Yeah, that is...
no, it isn't. It isn't like that. It's like that episode of Merlin when Morgana corrupted Guinevere.
Have you haven't done Room 101, have you?
I haven't,
What
no.
would be top of your list?
Oh, gosh.
Chat your host to bring up your music?
Yes. Or make me sing my music.
No, I didn't do that.
That is nice.
No.
Oh, gosh, I don't know. All forms of sentimentality. I don't know.
Whoa, whoa!
Yeah.
That's quite
a big
deep.
one. Yeah.
It's a bit deep.
But no, you mean schmaltziness.
Yeah.
You can be sentimental, can't you?
Kind of. Within reason. No, I've noticed that about myself recently. It's just no time for it.
Really?
Yeah. Or less and less time for it. But schmaltz, I mean, let's go with that.
Yeah.
Small talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing as schmaltz? I think just because it sounds a bit like it, don't go... That isn't German for small talk. People put many strange things in. I mean, Janet Street Porter put in Extreme Fishing with Robson Green. Which is a satellite TV show.
Gone for life.
But she got Greg Davis put in shops that have escalators going up but only stairs going down.
That is a cheat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jack Whitehall had shared tables in restaurants.
Oh,
I'm so
yeah,
with him.
I
hate that.
I love it.
That's big here now. I mean, like, every restaurant I go to is a giant community table.
It's like a
And
cafeteria.
all that crap about it, kind of, have you eaten here before? It's a sharing experience. Oh, piss off. I want my dinner.
I hate
my dinner that I will eat all myself.
My girlfriend texts me when we're at a shared table. So I get a text and I think, and it's from her, and it says something like, "Fattest neck in the world?" really naughty. And they think, look at that tragic couple texting instead of looking at it. That we are ripping the piss.
Because you've been on Room 101.
I've been on Room 101.
Yeah. So what did you put in?
Oh, I put in people who put their pets in funny clothing, I think.
I hate that.
I don't know. I put
That
in,
is awful.
Oh.
There's
Yeah.
nothing funny about it.
I don't know.
I mean, for instance, there's nothing funny about that. I mean,
I take it all back. I take it all back.
No one would laugh at this little creature out shopping for shoes. Yeah, Sarah Jessica Barker, in case you're thinking. Do we have another one? Oh, look at that. Oh,
Fabulous.
he might go fishing later. Yeah. Bring the car round. Oh, is this next one is extraordinary. It looks like an aardvark leading a nightclub in LA. No picture. She's just a friend.
What animal is that?
It's an aardvark.
It is an aardvark.
It's an aardvark.
But what's the dog photobombing in the back?
This is mean, but someone who works on the show looked at that picture right away. It looks like James Arthur, who won the X Factor. But it kind of does.
It really does. I think I might have seen him in that jacket.
That's him in Manchester after the final. Yeah. You put this in room where you would have denied us this pleasure.
I didn't allow it to go in.
Oh,
It didn't go in.
Excellent.
I defended
I think,
it.
have we got... Is there another one? Oh, look at that.
Oh, my God, that is...
That's wrong on so many.
That dog just got a part in Doctor Who, actually.
Yeah, it's the new companion.
Yeah.
Well done, all the dressed-up animals. Very good.
Yeah, very
Now,
I was wrong. I
you were
admit,
so wrong.
I admit I was wrong.
Room 101 is on Fridays at 8:30, and here is a taste of next week's show.
Has anybody tried to break into a toothbrush lately? You're in the bathroom, you think, I will restore my dentures to their pristine glory. And a new toothbrush here.
Apparently, Terry, I'm told that the way to get into a toothbrush is with a tin opener. That a tin opener runs down the natural groove right on the side, and then it comes out quite neatly. So,
You turned out to be a bit of a smart aleck, didn't you?
Yeah, I haven't tried it yet. I've got a tin opener.
Oh, a pretty sophisticated tin.
If I can get the packaging I have scissors. No. Anyway, apparently that works.
Very good. Right. Before we hear the first stories of the year in the famous red chair, it is time for music, performing Perfect Replacement. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Example!
Too many girls that I love them. Too many girls that I want. So why am I sitting here all alone? How do you measure fun? I could lost property too many times, and I can't live properly. A piece of me died. I wasn't aware the Mona Lisa cried. Maybe I remember my Lisa side. Watch the kisses off my neck, lock my past in the basement. I need to find your perfect replacement. Everybody, let's go! Yeah. Let's start, you torn them apart. Had a lot of heart from a heartless. So sad it ain't lasting. Scream like you mean if you wanna go faster. Cause I never slow down. Tears of a clown like this, a Motown. Found what he needs in his heart, so please. It'll never take a ride on his merry-go-round. You never know what we may find on the other side. We'll never know what we may find. I've called lost property too many times, and I can't live properly. A piece of me died. I wasn't aware the Mona Lisa cried. Maybe I remember my decent side. What's the kisses off my neck? Locked up, lost in the basement. I found your perfect replacement. Message in the post, I hope you get it by May. Lost my past in the basement. I found your perfect replacement. I found something, never need you, nothing again. I found something, never need you, nothing. I found something, never need you, nothing again. I found something, never need you, nothing again. Who's laughing now? Found your perfect replacement. Lost my past in the basement. I found your perfect replacement. Thank you.
Hey! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, Example! Come on over here. What a great job!
Good for you guys.
Really good to see you. Have a seat there. Hello, Frank. Example. Billy, example. Josh, example, Josh. And have you guys met in Music World?
No, we haven't.
This is where music worlds collide.
Yeah.
Cross-pollination between the two of us. We would, yes.
Yeah, but you do, I mean, like Coachella and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd play Coachella, wouldn't you?
I would if they asked me, yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit like Doctor Who all over again, isn't it? I'd love to play Coachella. Right, that is off the album which is out now, The Evolution of Man, and that single's going to be coming out at the 25th of February.
Yeah, you can get it now.
Oh, can you already get it?
You can all get it.
Yeah.
But they have to give it
so
a
modern now. It's so modern. Yeah. The kids will know how to find it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You'll be waiting outside HMV. I wonder when it'll be delivered.
I was trying not to enjoy it too much because the last thing you want is a shot, cutaway to an old guy going.
You're never too old. You're never too old.
I just don't want to
sometimes you
spoil it for you.
You get people in their 50s or 60s down at the gigs.
Really?
Yeah. Really? Not many, but there's a few.
And very exciting because you've got engaged since I last saw you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There is the beautiful, I was going to say the lucky lady, but really you're the lucky man.
I'm definitely punching well above my weight.
She is gorgeous. Now, was she a former Miss Australia?
Yeah, she won Miss Australia, and then I was touring Australia last year, in October, and she was interviewing me for a TV show. And we just flirted the whole way through the TV show. Because I usually, if I meet an attractive girl when I was single, I was like, what's she with me for? Because I'm funny looking. But when they're like...
Great.
Thank you. But when they're famous as well, you just think, well, she's not with me for money or fame, so she must genuinely like my funny face.
Yeah.
So as soon as, like, I started going out with her, I was like, right, I'm going to snap this one up and get a ring on this ASAP.
And what's going to happen? Is she going to move here, or...?
She's living here at the moment, but she's actually in Brisbane planning the wedding. For next May in Australia, because my parents live in Australia, so...
Oh, great.
It's perfect.
So ideally, I wanted an Australian wife, and Miss Australia was a bonus, so...
That is mad. I want to tell you what, she's Miss Australia.
Yeah.
So when you marry Miss Australia, you don't marry the series, you just marry one person.
You just marry a title.
Yeah, you just get one that comes every year. How marvellous.
Oh, go...
She's the best of the recent winners.
I'm sure.
I've seen them all.
On a test drive.
Better be careful
Yeah,
now.
stop it now. Yeah. But also how exciting that she was interviewing you and then it led to marriage.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Josh.
We both reached for the switch together awkwardly.
Yeah. Oh, did you feel that? Did you feel that? go tonight. Just time for our first visit of 2013 to the red chair. So who's up first? Hello.
Hello.
Hi. That's a Christmas jumper if ever I saw one. Lovely. What's your name, sir?
I'm Adam.
Adam. Lovely. And where are you from, Adam?
I'm from London.
Hey! Where are you going? Ah.
No, yay.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I thought you were just going, oh.
Oh, I did, first time. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
lovely.
Oh, sweet Adam from London. What do you do, Adam?
I'm between things at the moment.
Adam, I won't keep you. I know you're very busy. So off you go with this story.
Okay, when I was in my late teens, I decided to take my first...
Can I just... How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Oh, he's 24. It was years ago. OK.
When I was in my late teens, I decided to take my first love to Paris. And I decided on Valentine's Day, like 3 days before it.
Oh.
So I really had to rush plans. And I got her sister to hide her passport and get it for me, and she had no clue. Anyway, I invited her around, and I gave her a little box with a key ring with the Eiffel Tower in it. And she opened it, and I said, "You'll be standing that tomorrow." I thought, yeah. But what she didn't know... is that we had to go on an overnight coach straight away to Paris. And because I was young, I didn't quite understand the concept of romance. I didn't, like, book any sort of, like, meal or restaurant or anything like that. Instead, I rushed her around to all my favourite tourist attractions. And I even made her walk up and down the Eiffel Tower, because I just thought it'd be more fun. And at the end of the night, when she was absolutely exhausted and run everywhere, and she was expecting to go to a hotel, nah, it was an overnight coach back to London.
What an idiot. OK, don't be treating Miss Australia like that. No. Miss Australia, she will not stand for that.
I liked him. He had, like, you know those dogs that you get in the back of your car? He did a lot of that. Really, honestly, I was looking in my rearview mirror for most of it.
So one more.
Yeah.
Yeah? OK. Here we go. Hello.
Hiya.
He's very popular already.
Can I have a Milky Bar from
I also get called Sid the Sloth, just between you and I.
Oh, there's a whiff of Hogwarts as well. What's your name, sir?
I'm Richard.
Richard?
Yes.
Richard, and where are you from, Richard?
Brisbane as well.
Oh, Australia?
Yeah.
Do you know Example?
We go way back.
No, do you know Example?
No, I don't.
No, do you know Miss Australia?
Yeah, why not?
But do you live here now, Richard?
I wish I did. I used to, so I'm just here back visiting my old flatmates and...
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Right. Here we go. Richard from Brisbane is about to tell us either the funniest or most interesting thing that has ever happened in his entire life. I have high hopes.
I used to be a travel agent about 4 years ago, and I had an 80-year-old Italian gentleman come into the store asking to go to Roma. Now, I suppose to any other human aside from myself, you would assume Rome in Italy. Now, for those of you who aren't aware of the geography of Australia, there's a town about 1,000 miles away from Brisbane called Roma.
No!
Yeah, so Giovanni, or should we call him, rocks up to the airport in his A-frame, gets in his little propeller plane to Roma, subsequently get a phone call that afternoon, very angry and very broken English. Oh, dear.
Is that the end of this story?
Yeah.
Yeah, OK. Hey, well done, Richard! If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go with us, you can. Just contact us via our website at this very address. Thank you to my lovely guest tonight. Example, everybody! Greg Skinner! Billy Piper! And Mr. Josh Groban! Join me next week when my guest will include the coolest movie director in the world, Quentin Tarantino will be here. I'll see you then. Goodbye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.